everybody doing? Everybody hear me okay? So before we start, the bride and groom have asked me to read From Beginning to End by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in informal ways. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal, during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe, and all of those promises that were unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things, and more, are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one each other, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher, for you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. Before the vows, I would like to say a few words myself. We are gathered here today to celebrate something that isn't celebrated or spoken about as often as it should be these days. Today's world and current events seem to be geared towards competition. Who's better than whom? Even worse, dislike and hate. I want to circle back to this, but more importantly, we are gathered here today to celebrate the love that Linley and Sean share. Quite honestly, I've had the pleasure of watching this relationship grow and flourish. We have two people standing here who I feel are a perfect example of what we need in the world. Linley, a pure symbol of kindness and beauty, a smile that can make the world stop. Our higher power marveled in this creation of Linley so much he said, heck, I'm going to make two and give her a twin sister. Sean, a man of many men, but a manly man. One who understands the meaning of family and what it takes to keep it together. So manly, in fact, that our higher power sent him a brother to keep him in check. Lord knows he needs help with color and style like I do. With all this said, I would like for the mothers of the bride and the groom to please stand. I would like to personally thank both of you for instilling the qualities I just spoke of in your children. You have successfully taught and passed love on in this world. So thank you. Now to circle back, I have a favor to ask of the bride and groom before I move forward with the ceremony. I ask that they continue to pass the love on. Linley, to use that smile with everyone you meet and to smother them with kindness. Sean, to not only continue with your efforts to keep family close, but to show and instill this quality in your family and friends and anybody that crosses your path. I will need you to agree to these terms before I move on. I will ask now, does anybody accept to these terms or marriage of Sean and Linley here today? All right, Sean, repeat after me. I, Sean, take Linley to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Take Linley to be my lawfully wedded wife.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
Linley, repeat after me. I, Linley,
I, Linley,
take Sean to be my lawfully wedded husband,
take Sean to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
have and to hold from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
So to hallmark these promises by putting each other's rings on, please. So by the power vested in me so easily by the state of Connecticut, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Sean, you may kiss your bride. Let's have a great party, huh?
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in the zone.